Tinashe, you're so cool. No, I'm such a fan. So this is really special to sit across from you today. And I think we should get started with the new work. Let's work backwards a bit.
Let's do it.
Baby Angel, the new EP you've released in September. Can you talk a little bit about the inspiration behind that album?
Yeah. Well, I really wanted to try to create something, obviously that felt like an evolution from my previous work, but like still made sense in the vein. And so I was experimenting a lot with some electronic sounds and kind of leaving the more acoustic sounding instrumentation behind and kind of experimenting with some new producers and things like that. I really wanted to put out this project in installments because I really wanted to give people the opportunity to kind of like sink their teeth in. I feel like in this day and age, like content comes and goes so fast. We're constantly consuming it and then we're just on to the next. And so I really wanted to give people the chance to just really let these songs marinate and let my art marinate and kind of just spread it out. So that was the first installment. And then there's more coming.
That's exciting, leaving us wanting more.
Yeah,
Tinashe.
exactly.
And as I mentioned, I wanted to work backwards a bit. And this year just happens to be the 10th anniversary of your debut, Aquarius. One of my favorites of all time.
It's so crazy that it's 10 years old.
I can't even imagine how that must feel for you.
Crazy.
So I'm curious, looking back at the songs on that album, does anything hit different for you?
You know what? I still really, really love that album. I'm really proud of it. I think it's still a great representation of my artistry and a great body of work. Probably the title track, Aquarius, is still hitting, especially considering it's Aquarius season right now.
Exactly.
You know, timeless. I love that. Two On still is so good. And then one of my favorites is How Many Times with Future.
Yep.
It has that like little Janet interpolation sample on it. And yeah, I just love that one too.
Iconic album, in my humble opinion.
Thank you.
Last night watching the Super Bowl, I was like, it does feel like Vegas. Why is Tinashe not out there with Usher? I was trying to manifest that for you, girl. But one of these days.
One of these days.
And you also recently celebrated a birthday.
I did.
31?
Yes.
Welcome.
31.
The 30s Club is honestly a cool place to be.
I like
if
it.
you ask me.
I've had a great time so far.
Good. Looking back on the past decade of your life, though, is there any advice that you would like to give to your 21-year-old self?
Yeah, probably just to literally pace yourself and stop putting these like rigid ideas of like a time frame or how things are supposed to go, because it's all going to play out the way it's meant to. The universe will really just reveal the correct path and you just can't like cling to those ideas in your head. So yeah, just be patient. I've never been a naturally patient person. So this is something I've had to practice.
Absolutely. But there's definitely something to that. I feel like, I mean, 21 and 31 is such a big difference.
Yeah.
And kind of realizing it's not a marathon. Like we're all just at our own pace.
Especially when you're trying to create a legacy and you want to create something that's going to be timeless. Sometimes you can really take a step back and focus on like the big picture. Like maybe 20 years from now, will this be something that I want to look back on and be proud of, as opposed to focusing like on this moment and the charts and all these, chasing that.
100%. 100%. And I know dance is also a big part of your life in addition to music. I'm curious, how does that affect your songwriting process?
Yeah. I mean, it's always something I'm taking into consideration because I love to dance. And I think that dance is such a beautiful way of like tuning into your body and your physicality and tapping into that natural energy within you. And so I think when I hear songs that make me want to move, whether they're fast, whether they're slow, I think that that's what I'm looking for when I'm in the studio or what I'm trying to create.
Yes, I think that's so interesting that you do come from that perspective because all your songs, there could be choreography matched to it.
Exactly.
So I know that's the vibe you're going to bring tonight to Royale. You've been on this Baby Angel tour. Not to mention, you're going to be at a little event called Coachella this year.
Yes, I'm so excited.
That is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
For that. Have you started planning the Coachella performance?
I have a little bit. I'm going to take the experience that I've gained on this run and go back to the drawing board and kind of like switch up some parts of the set list. And, the songs that everyone was really hype about, I'm definitely going to keep those. Then the ones that were a little bit more quiet, I'm going to rethink. So it's fun to be able to kind of go on this run so I could kind of test it out and feel out the waters and then kind of, I think the Coachella performance is going to be super sick. So I can't wait.
I already know that's right. And what perfect timing for you, like you mentioned. This is a great little practice era for you, Tinashe. That's so cool. Well, last but certainly not least, where I live up in the state of Maine, our state motto is the way life should be. So is that wholesome?
Yeah, it is.
According to you, what is the way life should be?
I think that life should be easy. It should just be a breeze. Like whether everything's working out in your favor, whether it's not, I think you have to lean into the ease of it. You have to you have to just kind of let it flow. Yeah. And I think when we try to force things to happen, I think that's when it gets hard. Or we try to, kind of push up against the things that are happening. So yeah, I think it's just about embracing the journey and allowing yourself some ease.
That was great. Such an Aquarius answer right there, Tinashe.
Exactly.
And I would hope and expect for nothing less. I hope you crush it tonight at Royale. And I can't wait to see the next installment of Baby Angel and all the other things.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I'ma blow your mind like that.